Hey, it's Merrill. So this is part two of how to draw a glass of water. Part one, I used a regular pencil and charcoal. Tonight I'm going to be using colored pencil, illustration marker, and a few layers of oil paint. I'm going to try to be as clear as possible, but if somebody doesn't understand something, just send me a comment, and I will be sure to respond to your comments and questions. I hope you learned something. Hope you enjoy. Alright, let's get started. Here's a quick look at my reference picture. In step 1, I scanned and reprinted my original drawing. I do this for two reasons. One, if I mess up, I could just reprint it, and two, marker and colored pencil coexist better with printer ink than with graphite from a pencil. Next, I add a layer of the illustration markers. These markers are totally transparent and they enable me to add a layer of color and still be able to see the lines from my pencil drawing. These markers give the artist a similar effect to watercolor paint, but without the messy setup and cleanup. I'm still following the Polaroid picture development analogy from the first video, in that I'm adding color to all areas at an even pace and slowly building up the darker tones on the sides and the bottom of the glass. The color pencil is great at this point of the drawing because it adds a translucent layer of color above the marker. In addition to that, colored pencils are mixed with wax. The wax will be very handy in the next step when I add oil paint on top of the marker and colored pencil. Working with colored pencil also allows me to be very precise with my marks on the page. It can be very challenging to be as accurate with the paintbrush. This step allows me to make my drawing more accurate, and these clarifications will eventually be absorbed by the oil paint. Now you're going to see me add 3 layers of oil paint to finish my drawing. I'm using oil paint because I want to edit the colors of this composition, and it is much easier to mix and match color with oil paint than it is with color pencil. It is also easier to apply large areas of color with a paintbrush rather than the tiny tip of a pencil. I did all of my editing in the last step, and now I'm just applying color, trying to notice the nuances of the edges of each shape on my reference. If I need to soften an edge, I use a dry, soft brush, and I pull the paint with that. The colored pencil from the layer below is blending nicely with the paint. And in the last layer of oil paint, I'm just trying to tie everything together. I am putting on a translucent layer of oil paint, and you'll notice me using more than one brush, usually one to apply the paint and one to thin it out. So that it doesn't go on too thick. One of the beauties of paint is the translucent layers which refract the light, and it gives it a beautiful finish, and that's what I'm trying to do now. If anybody has any questions, just write a comment and I'll be sure to answer you. I hope this video helped, and the final picture is going to be coming on in a few seconds. So thank you for watching.